Greetings, ladies and genders, and welcome to Xabio. I get a lot of people who want me to critique their art. I've seen a lot of the exact same problems over and over and over again. So here's a list of common problems and exactly how to fix them. And the last one is the one that'll probably change your drawing the most. Always start with a potato shape every single time. Go over it multiple times until you kind of find the lines that you like. First problem. It looks out of proportion, but I don't know what's wrong. Where do I start? Well, a big, huge common thing that I see is a forehead that's too small or too big. So to counteract that, we're gonna rip this baby in half. That will fix a lot of the proportion problems right there, just knowing where your eyes go, which is halfway down. Problem number 2, the eyes are always too big or too small. Why can't I get them to look just right? So there's an interesting thing about your face. You can split it into 5 equal parts. The biggest thing that you want to remember is that the width of the eye is the same as the distance between the eyes. So this distance is equal to this distance is equal to this distance, and also to the outside of the head too. Problem number 3, where do I put the nose? It looks weird and I don't know why. So there's an interesting relationship between your eyes and the nose in the form of an equilateral triangle. So if you take the distance between one eye and this eye, the middle of it, and you duplicate it to be about, and then bring it down for a triangle, that's where the nose hits. Problem number 4, I feel like the nose is always too small or too big. How do I get the perfect size nose every time? Now you might be wondering, but Andrew, how do you have a tip for that when some people have big fat noses and other people have little elf noses? Well, thank you for trying to be inclusive, but this is a good general rule that applies to all people of different shapes and sizes. Yes, people are different. Take the width of the eyes, bring it down, bop, 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 bop. That's the width of the nose. For real? Yeah. Problem number 5, I'm having the same problem with the mouth. How do I get the mouth to be the perfect size every time? Well, you take the distance from the eye, bring it down like they're crying tears of glory, and you can draw a little squiggly line. Problem number 6. Okay, I got a line for the mouth, but how do I get the shading to look right? First thing is, you stop making lines once you do this bottom one, okay? The upper lip is just a shape. Don't draw a line for the top of the lip, okay? Just start shading it very lightly. Once you've made this little shape without any lines on it, you're gonna do a little triangle thing down here. And that's gonna imply that there's like a cast shadow underneath that. And then the last thing that you can do is just darken up these outside parts right here. Okay, now it kind of looks like he's got a Post Malone tattoo, like barbed wire on his forehead. Like he shaved his eyebrows. Okay, this leads into question number 7. Problem number 7, I keep drawing the eyebrows, but they don't look like they belong on the face. How do I get the eyebrows to look good? Well, here's a weird fact about your face. Did you know that your eyebrows and cheekbones are very much connected to one another? If you're having trouble making the eyebrows look good, try this. So the bridge of the nose will actually come up and connect to the eyebrows. So you start with that. And from here, you can pretty much scribble this part. Now, here's the thing with the cheekbones. So they'll start at the chin, which I'm gonna make around the same width as the mouth. So I'll take some of those lines that I found here, pick the ones that I like, draw them darker. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curve a line up here so that this eyebrow will come down and meet the cheekbone. Bum, bum, dun, dun. Right? Now it kind of looks like it's more of a mathematical drawing. And from here, you can kind of continue that potato-y shape. Find the ones that you like. So there's always like this weird V thing that happens right here. You can see this a lot when you do like cartoon drawings because you'll see like the cheek comes out, little alien guy, whatever. Oh no, it's Baby Yoda. This part echoes that part. It's a V. Same how this part is a V right here. When you turn it, it becomes sort of like this shape, like you're folding a piece of paper, you know what I mean? Which is ironically kind of the same shape as lips. Isn't it crazy how everything is all related to each other? Like humans, don't we all come from the same person? Kermit? Problem number 8. Whenever I draw the ears, I always have to draw and erase over and over. How do I get it right the first time? Generally, when the face is facing towards you, straight on. The ears will go from the eyes to the nose. And I like to make it kind of thinner at the bottom. Now, if the head is tilted down, then the ears will go up. Head is tilted up, ears go down. Ears always go the opposite of the way that they're facing. Problem number 9. Okay, I watched a how to draw an eye tutorial. I got that down, but I can't get it to look right when I put it on the face. What can I do? What I like to do is make the insides of the eyes darker and then gradually get lighter as you go on. So what this will do is it'll kind of imply that the eyebrows and the bridge of the nose are kind of casting a shadow, and we'll kind of imply that there's like a little bit of eye bags right here too. Now all of a sudden it looks like you just went squished his eyes right into his face. It looked like they belong on that face. Now your face doesn't look so flat. Problem number 10. Okay, I drew a good face, but I'm not sure how to do the hair. How do I make it look like those really good artists that I look up to? Okay, so a big common thing is like people try to draw the hair like this, right? And the problem with this is you have to draw literally thousands of lines for it to look good. If you only draw 100 lines, it's gonna look like their hair is falling out, like they're a zombie or something, okay? Don't use lines, use shapes. So we're gonna block out this person's hair, just the outline. That's your hair. I'll just color it in. The cool thing about doing it this way is that when you have really lightly shaded hair, you can go in and add some volume to the hair if it wasn't right the first time, you know what I mean? And because this part is too dark right here compared to the rest of it, because I messed up and I had to add some parts to it, now I can just do that on the other side too, and it'll look like I did it on purpose. It's my art style, you guys. No, it's just me covering up my mistakes. No, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bonus tip. Bonus tip. Problem number 11. I only draw floating heads, but my drawings don't look as finished because I don't draw the neck and stuff. How do I draw a neck? What are necks? They're weird, and they're not fun to draw. How do I get the size right? Where do I start? Okay, if you're drawing a masculine character, then the neck will be just inside the sides of the head. If you're drawing a super feminine character, then the lines will line up with kind of the outside part of the eyes. And then anything in between is all good to go. So we're gonna kind of do it around this outside part of the eyes. This is the part that will drastically change the rest of your character. To actually draw the basic bust for your character, there are 7 lines you need to know about. And technically the first 2 lines you don't have to do, but I like to do them. First off, I like to draw like a little V, curvy little V. This one's optional, but it helps me figure out the rest of the lines. Then, 2 lines curving out from the sides, just like this. Kind of going straight down, but it's got a little curve. And then, these muscles curving out for the trapezius muscle. And then, the collar of the shirt. You don't necessarily have to draw this V thing, but it's important to know when it comes to shading and stuff. And I like to leave it in there because it makes it look like I know what I'm doing, and it makes it look all sketchy and stuff, and it hides the fact that I spend a ton of time trying to find good tutorials just so that I could make this one drawing. The thickness of the neck is probably the most important part that will change your character the most, because you can take a character that has the exact same face and completely change the gender just based on the neck. Watch, I'll show you. So there's the exact same face, but a feminine version and a masculine version. There's a lot to unpack when it comes to using the gender spectrum to your advantage in a drawing, but for now what I can say is the neck thickness will drastically change your character's gender, at least their appearance. None of these tips are rules. Everybody's different, but adding these tips to your arsenal will make you more mindful and ultimately a better artist. If you're having a problem that you didn't see in this video, tell me in the comments, because that's how I'm gonna be able to understand how I can help you. If you're a little too good of an artist for this video and you want some more advanced tips, check out my series Concept Art Class, where I illustrate an entire RPG card game and show off your designs in the videos as well. If you got anything out of this video, please consider hitting the like or dislike button. It lets me know what you want more or less of, and I'm trying to make this my living, so little things like hitting the like button or hitting the subscribe button really help me out so much, more than you know, and I'm grateful for those of you who already do. I got another video that I'm really excited to make for you, so I'll see you there. Bye-bye for now.